Imagine standing before a statue of Maitreya Buddha, his smile so warm, it feels like a sunrise melting the frost of your worries. His laughter so inviting, it beckons you to join in, as if the universe itself is chuckling at its own grand mystery. This is Maitreya, the Buddha of the future, whose joyful presence carries a promise. Happiness is not a distant shore, but a spark within you, waiting to be kindled. Why does his smile, etched into stone from the golden pagodas of Thailand to the misty monasteries of Bhutan, hold such power over hearts across centuries? Why does it draw pilgrims, monks, and seekers alike from Vietnam's bustling temples to Sri Lanka's serene shrines? As a historian and philosopher who has wandered the paths of Buddhist thought for decades, I invite you to step into the heart of Maitreya's symbolism, a journey not just into the meaning of a statue, but into the art of living with unshakable joy. Stay with me, and I'll unveil the secret of Maitreya's smile, a secret that could transform the way you see the world and your place in it. In Buddhist lands, Maitreya is a universal figure, revered across traditions as the one who will bring enlightenment to a future age. Known as Medya in Pali, Mile Pho in China, or Jampa in Tibet, his image is a constant in temples, homes, and hearts. Unlike the serene inward gaze of Shakyamuni Buddha or the meditative calm of Amitabha, Maitreya's face is alive with mirth. His smile is wide, almost playful, his eyes twinkling as if he's privy to a cosmic joke. This is no ordinary expression. It's a teaching carved in stone, a window into the essence of Buddhist wisdom. In the Theravada traditions of Sri Lanka and Thailand, his smile embodies Ananda, the pure bliss that blooms when the mind is free from clinging. In the Mahayana practices of China and Japan, it reflects prajna, the wisdom to see life's impermanence and laugh at its fleeting dramas. Maitreya's smile is a gentle rebellion against suffering, a reminder that joy is our natural state, always within reach if we dare to release our burdens. Picture a fisherman in a Cambodian village, his day spent battling the Mekong's currents. His nets empty. Exhausted, he pauses before a weathered Maitreya statue, its smile glowing softly in the dusk. That grin seems to whisper, "Why carry the weight of worry? The river flows, the world turns, laugh, and be free." This is the essence of Apika, the Buddhist principle of equanimity, which teaches us to meet life's highs and lows with a light heart. The fisherman's shoulders soften, his breath deepens, and for a moment, he feels unburdened. This is Maitreya's gift, a smile that invites us to see the impermanence of our struggles and choose joy instead. In Sri Lanka, a grandmother kneels before Maitreya, her hands worn from years of labor, her heart heavy with loss. His smile meets her gaze as she feels a spark of peace, as if he's saying, "Pain is but a cloud passing through the sky of your mind, let it go, and the sun of joy will shine." This is not a denial of suffering, but an invitation to rise above it, to embrace life's ebb and flow with grace. Maitreya's smile also carries karuna, the boundless compassion that defines Buddhist practice. In Tibetan Thangkas, he is often depicted surrounded by children, their small hands tugging at his robes as he laughs with them. His joy is not solitary, it spills over, uplifting all who encounter it. In a Thai temple, a young monk might point to Maitreya's statue and say, "His smile is for all beings." It teaches us to share happiness, to soften the edges of our pain with kindness. This resonates deeply in Buddhist communities, where collective well-being is cherished over individual gain. In Myanmar, during the Thingyan festival, families gather around Maitreya's image, offering flowers and rice, their laughter echoing his. They understand that true joy is contagious, like ripples spreading across a still pond. A mother in Vietnam, lighting incense before Maitreya, prays for her children's future, but his smile reminds her to find joy in the present. Her daughters giggle, the warmth of a shared meal. Maitreya's laughter is an offering, a call, to live with a heart open to others, to find happiness in connection rather than isolation. This smile is a bridge between the ancient and the modern, a message that speaks to every heart, whether in a Laotian village or a bustling city like Singapore. Consider a young professional, her days consumed by deadlines and the pressure to succeed. She steps into a temple, drawn to Maitreya's statue, its smile a stark contrast to our furrowed brow. In that moment, his expression seems to say, "Why so serious? Life is a dance, join it." She pauses, breathes, and feels a flicker of lightness, a reminder that joy lies in the small moments, a kind word, a fleeting sunset, a quiet breath. This is the power of Maitreya's smile. It meets you where you are, whether you're a monk meditating in a Himalayan cave or a student navigating the chaos of modern life. It invites you to pause, to let go of one worry, just one, and to smile back at the world. As a scholar, I've studied countless sutras, but none have taught me as much as Maitreya's smile. Years ago, in a quiet Cambodian temple, I sat before his statue, my mind tangled with questions about life's purpose. His grin seemed to cut through my doubts, whispering, "The answers are simpler than you think. Live, love, laugh." That moment reshaped my path, not just as a philosopher, but as a human being. Maitreya's smile became a guide, reminding me to approach life with lightness, to find joy in the ordinary, to share kindness, even when my own heart felt heavy. This is the secret of his smile. It's not just a symbol, but a practice, a way of being that transforms the mundane into the sacred. In Buddhist cultures, from the vibrant markets of Thailand to the serene monasteries of Bhutan, Maitreya's smile is a daily reminder to live with joy. It's a call to practice mindfulness, to savor the taste of jasmine tea in a Vietnamese courtyard, to listen fully to a friend's story in a Tibetan tea house. It's a call to practice dana, the act of giving, as seen in Burma, where offering food to monks fills the giver's heart with as much joy as the receiver's. It's a call to forgive, as Maitreya's smile forgives the world's imperfections, urging us to release grudges and embrace compassion. His smile is a universal language, speaking to the farmer, the monk, the mother, the seeker, anyone willing to listen. And so, I ask you, will you pause today, just for a moment, and let Maitreya's smile remind you of the joy waiting within? Will you take that first step toward a lighter, freer heart? Step closer to Maitreya Buddha's statue, and your eyes are drawn to his rounded belly, a gentle curve that seems to hold the weight of the world, yet remains unburdened, radiating a quiet joy. This is no mere artistic flourish, it's a profound symbol, a testament to a life lived in fullness, free from the hunger of want. From the vibrant markets of Shinato, the tranquil monasteries of Tibet, Maitreya's belly is a beacon of abundance, not of material wealth, but of the heart's capacity to embrace life in all its mésalliances. As a historian and philosopher steeped in Buddhist wisdom, I've come to see this belly as a teaching in itself, a reminder that true contentment lies not in chasing more, but in resting in what is. Let's journey into the heart of this symbol, exploring how Maitreya's belly speaks to the soul of Buddhist cultures and offers a path to a life of peace, generosity, and unshakable satisfaction. Hold fast to this image, for it carries a secret that could lighten your heaviest days and fill your heart with the richness of the present moment. In Buddhist iconography, Maitreya's belly is a universal emblem, revered across traditions. In China, where he is often called Budai, the laughing Buddha, his rotund form is a sign of prosperity, not of gold or possessions, but of a spirit so full it overflows with joy. In Japan, as Hotei, one of the 7 lucky gods, his belly represents a heart wide enough to hold the world's sorrows and transform them into laughter. This is not about physical excess, but spiritual abundance, a mind satisfied with the moment. In a bustling Vietnamese market, a merchant might pause before Maitreya's statue, her bay filled with the clamor of trade and worry over profits. She gazes at his belly, gleaming under the midday sun, and feels a shift within her. That roundness speaks of Khanti, the Buddhist virtue of patience, urging her to accept life's chaos without resistance. It's as if Maitreya whispers, "Why strive for what you cannot control? Your heart is already full rest in it." Her breath slows, and for a moment, the weight of her struggles lifts, replaced by a quiet sense of enough. This symbolism runs deep in Buddhist cultures. In Bhutan, where prayer flags flutter against Himalayan winds, Maitreya's belly is a reminder of inner fullness, a mind content with what is rather than craving what isn't. A young monk, fasting as part of his practice, might sit before Maitreya's image, his stomach empty, but his heart stirred by the statue's message. True satisfaction comes from within, not from external gain. The Dhammapada echoes this wisdom. Let go of anger, let go of pride, and be free from all attachments. Maitreya's belly is a visual sermon, its roundness a symbol of a life unhurried, unafraid of imperfection. In Thailand, during the Songkran festival, people splash water and laugh before Maitreya's statue, celebrating life's impermanence. His belly reminds them that abundance is not about accumulating wealth, but about savoring the fleeting moment, a shared smile, a cooling splash, the warmth of community. Maitreya's belly also embodies dana, the Buddhist practice of generosity, which is cherished across traditions. In Myanmar, where offering food to monks is a daily ritual, Maitreya's image inspires families to give not just from their surplus, but from their hearts. Picture a grandmother in a Burmese village, her hands weathered from years of work, placing a bowl of rice before Maitreya's statue. His belly, full and content, mirrors her act of giving, reminding her that true wealth lies in sharing. Her small offering becomes a source of joy, not because it fills the statue, but because it fills her spirit. In Tibet, nomads carry small Maitreya amulets, their rounded forms a tactile reminder to offer kindness even in harsh conditions. A herder, braving a snowy pass, might touch the amulet and smile, inspired to share his meager tea with a stranger. Maitreya's belly teaches that generosity is not about how much you have, but how much you're willing to give, even if it's just a moment of your time or a warm word. This symbol speaks to the modern world as much as it does to ancient traditions. Imagine a student in Singapore, overwhelmed by exams and the pressure to succeed, standing before Maitreya's statue in a quiet temple. Her mind races with fears of failure, but his belly, round and unapologetic, seems to say, "You are enough, just as you are." It's a call to release the need for perfection, to embrace life's imperfections with grace. In Cambodia, a street vendor, his cart heavy with unsold fruit, pauses before Maitreya's image. The statue's belly reminds him that abundance is not in the coins he earns, but in the life he lives, the laughter of his children, the breeze on his face, the simple act of being. This is the philosophy of sanatat, or emptiness, which teaches that by letting go of craving, we uncover a fullness that cannot be taken away. Maitreya's belly is a living cone, asking us, what if you already have everything you need to be happy? Let me share a story from my own journey. Years ago, while studying Buddhist texts in a Thai monastery, I grappled with a sense of lack, not of material things, but of purpose. I felt I wasn't doing enough, learning enough, being enough. One evening, I sat before a Maitreya statue, its belly glowing under flickering candlelight. It seemed to radiate a quiet confidence, as if saying, "Why chase what you already hold?" That moment was a turning point. I began to see that my striving was a shadow, obscuring the abundance already within me. Maitreya's belly became a teacher, urging me to accept myself, to find joy in the small acts, sharing a meal with monks, listening to the rain, offering a smile to a stranger. It taught me that abundance is not something to seek, but something to recognize, a truth as old as the sutras, yet as fresh as each new day. Across Buddhist lands, Maitreya's belly is a daily invitation to live with this wisdom. In Laos, a farmer might offer a lotus flower to Maitreya, his belly a reminder to be content with the harvest, whatever it brings. In Japan, a Zen practitioner might bow before Hote, seeing in his roundness the freedom of a mind unburdened by desire. This symbol is a call to practice mindfulness, to savor the crunch of rice in a Burmese village, to feel the warmth of a teacup in a Vietnamese home, to listen fully to a friend's story in a Thai temple. It's a call to let go, as Maitreya's belly lets go of the need to be anything other than what it is. And so, I ask you, can you pause today, just for a moment, and feel the abundance already within you? Can you look at your life, with all its imperfections, and see the fullness of Maitreya's belly reflected in your own heart? Maitreya Buddha's smile and belly are not just carved symbols in temple stone. They are a roadmap to a life of joy, a living invitation to dance with the fleeting rhythms of existence. From the incense-filled pagodas of Chinato, the windswept monasteries of Tibet, his image whispers a truth that resonates across Buddhist lands. Happiness is not a prize to chase, but a choice to embrace, a spark waiting in every moment. As a historian and philosopher who has wandered the paths of Buddhist wisdom, I've seen how Maitreya's laughter and abundant heart guide us toward a life of peace, compassion, and unshakable contentment. This is not a philosophy reserved for monks or scholars. It's a practice for anyone, whether you're a farmer in Laos or a student in Tokyo, yearning for lightness in a world often heavy with worry. Let's weave together the lessons of Maitreya's smile and belly into a way of living that transforms the ordinary into the sacred. Stay with me, for this is where his teachings come alive, offering you a path to carry his joy into every breath, every step, every heartbeat. Maitreya's smile and belly together form a philosophy of joyful living, rooted in the Buddhist principles of Buông Xả, letting go, in Vietnam, Sanatta, emptiness, in Pali, and Mushin, no mind, in Japanese Zen. This is not about escaping life's challenges, but meeting them with a heart as open as Maitreya's grin, as spacious as his belly. About seeing the impermanence of pain and choosing to laugh, to give, to love. Let me share a story to bring this to life. In a small Laotian village, an elderly woman named Amara faced a cascade of hardships, failed crops, a son who moved far away, a home battered by monsoons. Yet every dawn, she sat before a chipped Maitreya statue, its smile radiant despite the cracks. "He reminds me," she said, her eyes bright, "that pain passes, but joy is eternal." Amara's laughter, inspired by Maitreya's, became her defiance against despair. She shared her meager rice with neighbors, her smile warming the village like a hearth. Her life embodied Maitreya's teaching. By releasing attachment to outcomes, we find freedom. By choosing joy, we transform not just our own hearts, but the world around us. This philosophy is practical, woven into the fabric of Buddhist cultures. In Thailand, during the Songkran festival, people splash water and laugh before Maitreya's statue, celebrating life's fleeting nature. His smile and belly remind them to savor the moment, the cool water on their skin, the shared joy of community, without clinging to it. In Myanmar, the practice of dana, generosity, reflects Maitreya's abundant heart. A street vendor, offering a bowl of rice to a monk, feels her heart expand, mirroring Maitreya's belly. Her small act of giving becomes a source of joy, not because it earns her merit, but because it connects her to others. In Bhutan, where prayer wheels spin under mountain skies, Maitreya's image inspires families to practice mindfulness, to pause and notice the warmth of a yak butter tea, the laughter of a child, the quiet beauty of a sunset. These acts savoring, giving, noticing are the threads of Maitreya's philosophy, weaving joy into the tapestry of daily life. For the modern seeker, Maitreya's message is a lifeline. Picture a young professional in Singapore, her days a blur of deadlines and expectations. She steps into a temple, drawn to Maitreya's statue. His smile softens her furrowed brow, urging her to let go of one worry, just one. His belly, round and unapologetic, reminds her that she is enough, that life's pressures are temporary. She pauses, breathes, and notices the warmth of her own breath, a small act of mindfulness that grounds her in the present. This is Maitreya's gift, a call to find joy in the ordinary, whether it's a shared meal in a Vietnamese home, a kind word in a Tibetan tea house, or a quiet moment of gratitude in a Sri Lankan temple. It's a call to practice karuna, compassion, to smile at a stranger as Maitreya smiles at the world. It's a call to forgive, as his laughter forgives life's imperfections, freeing us from the weight of resentment. Let me share a personal reflection. Years ago, as a scholar immersed in Buddhist texts, I felt crushed by my own ambitions. I wanted to master every sutra, to be perfect in my understanding. One evening, in a Cambodian temple, I sat before Maitreya's statue, its smile glowing under flickering lamplight, its belly a quiet testament to abundance. It seemed to say, "Why so serious? Life is a dance, join it." That moment shifted my path. I began to let go of my need for control, to laugh at my flaws, to find joy in small acts, sharing tea with a monk, listening to the wind, offering a kind word. Maitreya became my guide, not just as a philosopher, but as a friend who reminded me to live lightly, to carry his laughter in my heart. His belly taught me that abundance is not something to chase, but something to recognize. A fullness already within me. Now, I invite you to embody Maitreya's joy. His smile and belly are not distant symbols, but living invitations to transform your life. Think of a moment when you felt truly happy, a shared laugh, a quiet sunrise, a small act of kindness. That's Maitreya's spirit alive in you. Across Buddhist lands, from Thailand's vibrant festivals to Japan's Zen gardens, his image unites us in a shared truth. Happiness is a choice, not a destination. Next time life feels heavy, find a Maitreya statue, or simply close your eyes and imagine his grin, his rounded belly. Let them guide you to release one burden, to embrace one moment of joy, a smile to a neighbor, a warm meal shared, a deep breath under an open sky. In Buddhist cultures, this is how we honor Maitreya, by living his laughter, by carrying his abundance in our hearts. As you move forward, let Maitreya's wisdom be your compass. His smile teaches you to find beauty in the fleeting, to laugh at life's imperfections. His belly reminds you that you are enough, just as you are. From the bustling markets of Shinado, the serene monasteries of Sri Lanka, his message is clear. Joy is within you, waiting to bloom. So, will you take that first step today? Will you smile like Maitreya, let go of one worry, and live with the lightness of his laughter? The choice is yours, and the world awaits your radiance.